Okay, so now these tactics that were experimented with at Harvard in the 1950s, they went on and were introduced to more than 80 other institutions, and horrific things happened for one reason or another, but they didn't stop. And then what's worse is when the internet came out, these tactics started to leak out into every part, every culture of society. And that is especially included in the US legal system. I've identified more than 70 psychological abuses used as part of these tactics. You can read more about that at originsofabuse.com. If you want to read about more than 20 different schemes these imposters use, you can read about that at audityourlawyer.com. Now remember that most victims of this, you don't hear about this because most victims are dead, and there are tens and thousands of people who have died from this over the past several decades every year. They go home, they're overwhelmed, and they commit suicide. They overdose with self-medicating, or they do something that provokes them to a reaction where they either go to prison or some other horrible thing happens. Okay, so you haven't heard about this because most victims have been silenced. And however, now over the past few years, more and more people are gaining this knowledge of what is really happening, and they are surviving. And what is really happening is that in Utah and from coast to coast, there are thousands of imposter attorneys, commissioners, and judges who are intentionally using these dark tactics to cause the death of their own clients. So if you are a victim of this, you need to understand that the reason why so many insane things are happening isn't because they just want your money. That's just a ruse to take you for everything and turn you into a pauper along the way. But they really want to cause your death, because if you die, then they can add tens of thousands of dollars to your bill and take all of it. It is happening. There are case numbers to prove that imposters are doing this, and it is real. So absolutely understand they are trying to provoke you in one of these ways to overwhelm you, to cause your death through suicide, self-medicating, or something else. And when you understand that, you're going to be able to manage this better, and understand that if the imposters aren't attacking you in one way, they would be attacking you in another way.